So, skills. I can buy 19 points worth. I can accept that because that was a freebie. That game a little easier. Put that in. I have 7 points. I can't put anything really, really good in. Focus. So let's take that out. Give myself some extra hearts. Even though I shouldn't need them, you never know. I might have trouble hitting a certain thing at a certain time. All rise.
Ahem. Now then, let's begin with the basic explanation of the class trial. During the trial, you'll present your arguments for who the culprit is, and vote for who done it. Vote correctly, and only the blackened will be punished. But if you pick the wrong person, I'll punish everyone besides the blackened, and that person will graduate from this academy.
Although during the trials, the voice...
Also, refusing to vote will result in your death. So you better vote for someone.
Yes, he gets a little step.
Now let's get this crazy awesome trial underway!
During the trials, his voice is a little better. I will say that.
Oh man, I haven't been in a trial in like forever.
Oh, so you have experience with trials?
Yeah, since I'm a leader of evil and stuff, I've done a lot of bad things.
So, what are we supposed to do? Where do we even start?
Gonta never done trial before. Not sure where to begin.
First, let's breathe in. And breathe out. We need to remember our no-no-nos. No pushing, no running, no talking.
That last one could be a problem.
But communication is the foundation of any discussion.
See?
We should not worry about our procedure. Especially since this is not a normal trial. Each of us will be serving as a potential culprit, lawyer, prosecutor, and jury member.
Kirumi with the...
Let us proceed with that in mind, shall
here.
we?
Then might I offer the first topic?
Don't fucking get ahead of us. You trying to start some shit? Calm down. How about we listen first?
Atua has spoken. He says it is vital that we hear everyone's testimony. I'm a good listener because my ears are clean. Once, I cleaned them so hard, they bled.
I'm not sure that's a good thing.
I'll begin the conversation then. There's something I found curious.
Of course there is.
Why, I wonder, didn't the culprit take advantage of the first blood perk?
I thought that was strange too.
I bet they just wanted to do a class trial real bad.
Then Monokuma's the culprit, the doi. Cause this whole class trial was his idea. Hoo-yeah! Easy peasy. I'm a fucking genius!
Wait, is it even possible for Monokuma to be the culprit?
Of course not. I would never never do anything to you guys directly.
Even if you can't, it's a different story for the person controlling you, right?
Hmm?
Is it possible that the mastermind controlling Monokuma killed Rantaro?
Sorry, I really do like that. I would never do anything to you guys. Directly. I love that bit.
Mastermind? What's that?
I don't know any mastermind.
Never heard of him.
Don't play dumb with me. Who's the mastermind controlling you guys?
The mastermind, huh? Odds are, it's one of us.
It's Keyboy over here. Everyone else thinks so too.
Does everyone really think that?
Kokichi, you're not helping.
We'll get to the bottom of this.
Before we determine the mastermind, we must uncover the culprit. Then, we could start by determining the sequence of events. Let's take a closer look at the circumstances of Rantaro's death.
Gonta agrees with Shuichi. After all, Shuichi is ultimate detective.
I need to look at something here. It's not gonna let me, is it? No, it's not. Oh well.
Then let us start by reviewing the incident.
Yeah, but remember, the barrage of spears and all that was retaliation for breaking the rules. And so, just because you probably know what we're doing here are the controls. And like I said, when they first launched this game, there were some control schemes that used WASD to do things. And they reversed the A and the S. It was really freaking annoying. They didn't reverse it in every case, but they reversed it in enough of them. But anyway, non-stop debates. You've seen the other games, you've seen how this goes. Only the weird thing is, yeah, it's not PS4 controls. If you're playing this on PC and you can't get the correct control set, in other words, you can't get this explanation, you have to go into your Steam library and right-click on the game on the library list to get the setup menu. Yeah, they kind of did that a little backwards. It should have been in the options, but it was not. So go figure. So anyway, yeah, the weird thing about this, to actually shoot the bullet, you need to use the right mouse button instead of the left mouse button. The left mouse button will control the silencer, which we won't have right away. So go figure. So that kind of threw me for a good long while, because just reflexively it says use the mouse to aim the reticle and left click, it's right click. I have a feeling they may fix that on a future patch and it's really going to hose me. Yeah, and of course you can concentrate to make time slow down. As always. It burns through your focus gauge, but you know. The new element is the V counter and V everything else. If you can hit a very specific spot on the weak point, you get a score boost, basically. So anyway.
Rantaro's body was found
It depends which secret
just before
you
the
need.
time limit, right?
He was killed in the library.
Rantaro was alone in the library. The culprit could have snuck up on him.
What was he even doing in the library anyway? He was opening that moving bookcase for one reason. Because he knew about the hidden door. That means Rantaro was masterminding this whole thing!
So we've got definite proof that Rentaro was not the mastermind here. Which secrets are you talking about? That's all I'm going to ask. Because I know there is something that gets brought up later and I don't remember exactly where it is. Which I'm probably not going to show off because I want to go through the trial the normal way. It'll bring it up later. So anyway.
Rantaro's body was found just before the time limit, right?
He was killed in the library.
Rantaro was alone in the library. The culprit could have snuck up on him.
What was he even doing in the library anyway? He was opening that moving bookcase for one reason.
And the target
he knew about
is
the
not
hidden door.
exactly where you think it is.
That means
sometimes.
Rantaro.
So anyway, you see that. Shoot it. I couldn't see my target. Huh. So anyway.
Rantaro's body was found just before the time limit, right?
He was killed
The
in the
background
library.
kind of killed my ability to see my reticle there for a
Rantaro
second.
was alone in the library.
So I completely
The
missed.
culprit could have
Oh well.
snuck up on him.
What was he even doing in the library anyway? He was opening that moving bookcase for one reason. Because he knew about the hidden door. That means Rantaro was masterminding this whole thing!
Got it.
No, that's wrong.
So that little point that pops up, there's this... Normally, there's not always a...
Wait a minute.
It's
I
not
don't
always
think
there,
Rantaro was the mastermind.
Anyway. Yeah, before we progress here, yes, you saw that little red dot that appeared on the weak point. If you can hit that with the bullet, you get extra score. That's pretty much what V is. And there are times when it becomes very difficult to do it, because I can think of at least 2 examples where I would hit the dead center of it and it would just kind of bounce away. So I couldn't get the V counter, because during the entire time the thing was on screen, there was another statement that was kind of blocking the path and I couldn't get past it.
Huh? Why?
Because Rantaro didn't have the card key to open the hidden door. You'd think the mastermind would have that card key on him, right?
Perhaps the culprit took the card key after killing Rantaro. But none of the pictures show Rantaro holding the card key. So I don't really think he had the key at all.
Also, if the mastermind had died there, this killing game would have already ended.
You are correct. The possibility of him being the mastermind is quite low.
Then how Rantaro know about Hidden Door?
Maybe he stumbled across it in the library. You know, like how Shuichi did?
Or maybe the mastermind told him about it.
What? Why would the mastermind tell him that?
To lure Rantaro to the library and kill him.
And that poor cigarette.
Does that mean the culprit and the mastermind are one and the same?
That does seem plausible.
He's not secretly Harry
It's
Potter.
very
there's no
likely
head
the
star.
mastermind knew about Kaede and Shuichi's trap.
The mastermind knew about our trap this whole time?
This case may have become the perfect crime thanks to your hidden cameras. The mastermind knew about your trap and exploited it to commit their crime.
So after
It's-
the mastermind
it's
lured
kind of more on the
Rantaro
back
and
there.
murdered his ass, they used Kaede and Puichi's hidden cameras to arrange the perfect crime.
Did they really take advantage of our trap, though?
Is this really the perfect crime? Are we in an unsolvable mystery?
Oh, come on. It's only been one non-stop
I
debate in.
guess this is a dead end.
Wait, don't give up that easily. We already know the culprit is the mastermind.
We have at least 10.
We've got to work together to find the mastermind. Then we can end this killing game.
Are those
You
names
yap about
canon?
teamwork and all that, but you still think one of us is the mastermind.
Those names are canon as far as Mew's concerned. Did I lower the mic volume? No, I did not. I did not. I might have swung away from the mic just a bit, though.
Yes, and I know that's a horrible thought. But that's why I want to end all the terrible things happening to us. I'll defeat the mastermind and end this dumb killing game.
And it's not so much that I lowered the mic volume, it's that during the trial, I'm accidentally talking over the other characters, which the voice volume is higher than the music and the background sounds, so...
I'll even use this class trial to do that.
Kaede.
We are determined, aren't we?
Wow. Looks like you're determined to face even a cold, hard truth. Then here it comes. The cold, hard truth.
From you?
Huh?
I already figured out who killed Rantaro.
Uh-huh.
What?
Why are you surprised?
'Cause if he's right, that would make this the fastest class trial to date!
How fast was the previous record anyway?
Real fast, let me tell you.
He was like a leaf on the wind.
Oh yeah! I guess now he's one with the wind.
Do we need to break him?
I think about him this time of year too!
The way he soared through the enemy fleet, all badass! Just to die like a little punk.
Shut it, you weirdos! This is an important conversation! Kokichi, are you serious about knowing who the culprit is?
Yup. So, we all agree that the culprit knew about Kaede and Shuichi's trap, right?
No shit! That's why they're not in any of the pictures. So who is it?
So whoever knew about the hidden cameras is the culprit.
So who the hell is it?
Mono Kid's been broken.
It's you!
What?
You made the cameras used for the trap, right? Obviously, whoever made the cameras knew about the blind spots.
Before breakfast was the only time someone would be able to sneak by.
What the hell brought this on all of a sudden? I just designed the cameras. I didn't know they'd get set up in the library.
If someone asked me to make cameras, I'd totally ask what they were for.
How come you never asked what the cameras were for, huh? Huh?
Kokichi is great at this.
I pulled an all-nighter making them, and afterward just sort of passed out.
You're getting awfully worked up. Look at you. You're sweating.
He is one hell of a manipulator.
I'm
I will
always
give him
wet.
that.
I'm just feeling extra sensitive, like these big boobs of mine.
For someone
thanks
so
for that.
aggressive, you're kind of a wimp, huh, Mew?
Come on! Let me off the hook already. Do you want money? Is that it?
That only makes
Pathetic
you,
excuses are consistent with those of a common male
only
criminal.
makes you more suspicious trying to offer you to bribe your way out. And now blue-colored weak spots will appear, so, you know. Now we get to agree with people. And yes, there is the consent. I think they actually call it the consent. It doesn't require any different gameplay on your part. You just have to hit the different color. That's it. Yeah, the suspicious people, the people under interrogation, just kind of get moved to the middle of the ring so everybody can bear down on them more. Unintentional puns. Yeah, V consent. Thank you for your time. Respectfully, System. What do we got? We got bookcase, dust, and...
Why don't you just
creeper
admit it
accounts.
already? You're the culprit, aren't you, Mew?
No way! That's not possible!
So you knew nothing about the trap in the library?
I'm telling you, I had no idea! Not like it matters. Because I never went to the library, okay?
The person who made the cameras would have known their blind spots too.
Yeah, well, I didn't make the cameras either!
That's an obvious lie. However...
Why don't you just admit it already?
we have evidence
You're
that
the culprit,
she was
aren't you, Mew?
not there.
No way! That's not possible!
So you knew nothing about the trap in the library?
I'm telling you, I had no idea! Not like it matters. Because I never went to the library, okay? I agree with that.
Hitting a moving target is not something I'm great at with this game.
I don't think Mew went to the basement either. Right, Q?
Actually, she did make the cameras in their current state. She did actually modify the cameras. She changed a lot about those little disposable cameras, so you could say she made whole new cameras out of them.
Of course she didn't. Mew was in the dining hall during the murder. I saw her there while dining on what I thought would be my last supper.
The pasta on the menu tastes like a lonely old lady eating her grandkid's birthday cake.
Again,
Don't feel
fold the name.
bad for her. She got to eat her tasty grandkid on his birthday.
That's too sad to make sense.
I don't think that's what it means.
That's Pops for ya.
So there you have it. Mew's alibi.
You fucking slug! Why didn't you say so earlier? Good job, Kaede. Guess I shouldn't have judged you by your lackluster rack.
Thanks for
What
that.
Gilgamesh-level condescension? But which Grail War are you from?
Thanks for that.
Wow, another reference we don't get. You must be a hardcore loser.
Oh, sorry. Sometimes my hobbies just sort of slip in.
Hey!
Sometimes?
Don't be acting all cocky, Kokichi! You put my ass in the hot seat earlier! How about you just keep your fucking mouth shut, you lying little abortion!
What? That was really uncalled for. I only said that to find the culprit.
Uh-huh.
You're so mean!
You have pumps installed in your eyes for that. I bet
Hey,
you do.
I feel a lot better now.
Cool your jets, kid.
Tsumugi and Hirumi were both in the dining hall as well.
We can dismiss those four as potential culprits if they were together the entire time.
No, not the entire time. At one point, Tsumugi went to the restroom.
Oh, so you brought that up after all. It's true. I went to the restroom closest to the dining hall.
Oh? Did I hear that right? The
God damn it,
restroom,
Monokuma.
you say? Excellent! I was waiting for this moment. I'm getting so excited right now!
Sure you are.
Ew! Why?
Because he's Monokuma.
Did you take a firm dump? Or was it a soft one?
God damn it, Monotaro.
Why are you assuming she was dropping a deuce in there?
That's not the question we should be asking.
But I really did just go to the restroom, not the basement, you know? Also, I don't think I was there long enough to be suspicious, right?
You're the ultimate cosplayer, though. You could have just disguised yourself as someone else while you were out.
Disguised? No, I don't do disguises.
I don't think that's possible, and I know the reason why.
Why couldn't she have been in? Pretty easy answer here.
I get it! Tsumugi can only cosplay as fictional characters.
We had a pretty vibrant, for lack of a better word, bit right before we hit the trial here. I mean, come on.
That's what cosplay is supposed to be in the first place. Lately, some people prefer to cosplay as non-fictional characters, which is unforgivable.
What if you're cosplaying as historical characters? Is that any worse or better?
It's so unforgivable that I break out in cosbox if I even attempt it.
Yeah, the cospox was pretty gross.
I see. If that's the case, then there's no way you could have been in disguise. Sorry about that, Tsumugi. I just thought it was something to check.
Oh no, it's fine. I'm not bothered by it at all.
Aw, Tsumugi is so nice. She's way better than you.
Just keep stirring the pot, man.
Well, fuck you too!
Getting back on topic, we now have alibis for the people in the dining hall. So we know that Kirumi, Tsumugi, Miu, and Kyo can't be the culprit.
Congratulations to the four of you. You can all leave now.
Would
Can
if they
they?
could.
So what about the swines who went to the basement? They're all suspicious, right?
Oh sure, jump on the offensive
Which of
now.
us went to the basement?
Well, when Shuichi and I were on lookout, we saw Kaito, Gonta, Maki, Tenko, Himiko, Angie, and Rentaro. So 7 people in total.
So the culprit is among those 7?
That's a likely guess.
Ha! But of course.
Why are you laughing? That includes you too!
One of those 7 people.
Why not torture the truth out of them? It would be the quickest method.
Wait, please! No torture! My tolerance for pain is actually really, really low. I'll tell you everything! Anything! Just please don't hurt me!
Please just tell us what happened.
If the culprit is among that group, then wouldn't Maki be the most suspicious? Just look at her. She could definitely kill someone.
Stop being so stupid. The culprit could easily be anyone, like Kaito.
What are you talking about? There's no way I'm the culprit!
That
Who's the culprit?
face.
Who?
Gonta is gentleman. Gentlemen not hurt people.
It's not me either. Murder sounds like way too much work. I have an alibi.
Who's the culprit, for fuck's sake?
We need to calm down. If everyone talks all at once, then we can't discuss anything.
It's alright, Kaede. We just need to listen to everyone's statements. You can do this, right?
Yeah, Korekio is very willing to torture people.
I only went because I was invited. Why don't you ask the shady guy who invited me?
What? You mean me? But I just said it wasn't me!
That's not reliable.
Don't thrust the blame onto me! You degenerate males and your thrusting! Ugh.
Not a bad girl, really. If you don't believe me, ask my mommy. Really? I have an alibi!
So get ready for
Too.
get ready for you know, kind of chaos here. We have 3 people talking at once. Everyone's getting into a panic. So welcome to the mass panic debates, where it's going to throw up 3 statements at a time, and every now and then the statements will be talk over each other. Pretty much the same exact thing we've run into now, it's just we have more options per statement. So anyway. And we have 3 choices.
I have an alibi. A little bit suspicious.
I would never punch a foe from
Atua is always watching in the basement.
A true Aikido master
Atua?
would never do
Who's
something
that
so
talking about
dishonorable.
me?
Punching
We're having a
spaghetti.
strategy meeting
That's
together.
what's gone.
Remember?
Notice there's
Red
not a lot
Taurus
of
even
weak
wanted
points
to
here.
be
That person. Robot?
One.
Like Kibo?
None of us there could have killed him.
Yoga, but Atua.
However, it's going to point out that Kaito's one and only weak point in this is suspicious.
I have an alibi. A little bit suspicious.
I would never punch a foe from
What about the guys who wanted us all in the basement?
A true Aikido master
What?
would never do something
Are you
so
talking about
dishonorable.
me? We were having a strategy meeting together. Remember? Rentaro's even.
I hear it! Wait a minute, Kaito. Wasn't there someone else who disappeared other than Rantaro? That idiot already forgot. Gonta also left during the strategy meeting.
So yeah, Gonta
Yeah,
was
he locked
also
himself up in the
by
AV
himself.
room and. Hey, wait a sec, idiot!
Is that right, Gonta?
Yes. Gonta watched Bug Movie to fill Gonta with fight, so Gonta can fight Monokuma.
Were you trying to imagine yourself as a huge mantis with swords for hands?
Dear God.
Oh, come on! How is looking at bugs supposed to put you in a fighting mood?
Ah, terrible idea. Like putting ketchup on a hot dog.
Let's just let
But
that
why
one
did
slide
you
for
lock
now.
the door?
'Cause Gonta need focus. Everyone suspect Gonta? Why?
By yourself in a locked room.
Because you don't have an alibi.
Oh, Gonta just need alibi? Okay, Gonta will get alibi. Just tell Gonta where to find it.
God damn it, you cinnamon roll. Yeah, that's the thing. Ketchup is a typical condiment for hot dogs. It's one of the 2 major ones. And, you know, it's just Monosuke is weird that way.
The way this debate is going, this will be difficult to refute.
What will you do? Without an alibi, we'll all choose you.
Gonta, please understand that in order to reveal the truth, you must also participate.
But Gonta not sure where to start.
You just have to tell everyone why you
Oh
couldn't
God,
have done it.
please do not begin the is a hot dog a sandwich
If you're
debate.
not the culprit and we all vote for you, then we're dead too. Our lives are riding on your word. You got this.
No pressure.
Okay, Gonta will try, for everyone's sake.
Fight, Gonta! Fight! Fight! Fight!
Cut it out, you fucking bobblehead!
Please. It's very possible she's thinking of a Scyther, yes. Well, let's see if we've got any... Well, we got 4 choices. this
Gonta
time.
not culprit! 'Cause to leave AV room, Gonta must walk through game room where friends are. To even reach hallway.
If you can't get to the hallway, you can't go to the library.
AV room's got more than one entrance, though. There should have been a door facing the hallway, too.
The sliding door across from the rear entrance, correct?
With that sliding door, you can quickly go in and out of the library.
Then he got past the camera somehow and killed Rantaro. Well, that's settled. Let's go home.
Is not settled? Gonta not culprit!
Oh, there's a pretty obvious flaw in someone's logic here.
Gonta not culprit! 'Cause to leave AV room, Gonta must walk through game room where friends are. To even reach hallway.
If you can't get to the hallway, you can't go to the library.
AV room's got more than one entrance, though.
It's actually
There
Miu's
should have been a
logic.
door facing the hallway, too.
Although Himiko's plays
The
out
sliding
very
door across
well
from the rear entrance, correct?
into that.
With that
sliding door.
No, that's wrong.
Because remember, the sliding door couldn't move.
It's not possible to use the sliding door.
You saying I'm wrong? You got a lot of ass to be contradicting me.
Did you mean to say sass? I think you left out an S.
Indeed.
The sliding door always jams. You're only able to open it a crack.
Oh, by the way, as we progress through this game, pay close attention to the dead people's portraits in here, because the artists had a little bit of fun with them.
The only part of your body that will be able to go through is your arm.
And there was no indication of the door being forced. There was dust on the track.
In other words, the chance they came out the sliding door is 0.
Well, we're up to,
So, I made a mistake. How rare.
we're up to claiming Gonta did it because he was alone in the AV room.
It's not that rare for you to make a mistake. Your entire existence is a mistake.
Vicious little...
If Gonta couldn't use the sliding door, then in order to get to the library...
He'd have to go through the game room, but I didn't see him at all.
See? Gonta tell you he not culprit.
No, we cannot confirm that just yet.
However...
My apologies, Gonta. I do not mean to put you on the spot like this, but... because I promised to do my best, I will fulfill that responsibility.
Kirumi's going to bring up a really real possibility.
Are you saying
here.
Gonta could still be the culprit? There is the possibility that Gonta killed Rantaro from the AV room.
From the AV room? How?
Oh! I didn't know that was a possibility.
Not only could he have killed Rantaro from the AV room, but also... he would not appear in any of the pictures from the cameras placed in the library.
Whoa! Perfect! But wait, then how did Gonta kill him?
Well, it's obvious to this glamorous girl genius. But maybe explain for these dimwits.
Sure, Miu, sure.
First, I will explain the layouts of both the AV room and the library. The sliding door in the AV room faces the rear door of the library. Because of this, it is possible for Gonta to have killed Rantaro while he was in the AV room.
That does look like an awfully straight shot.
How, though?
In order for the murder to take place, the rear door of the library must be opened.
Oh, wait a sec. Isn't that impossible? The AV room's sliding door doesn't open, so you can't get into the hallway.
If you cannot enter the hallway, how would you open the rear door to the library?
Although you cannot fit your whole body through the sliding door, an arm would suffice. It would be possible if you used a particular item in the AV room.
Kirumi is really freaking smart. We will just say that. And now, is there anything here we could use, like a pole? Like this?
I get it.
Is it the projector screen? That is correct. You can make a long pole if you roll up the screen. It would be possible to reach the library door with it. If you use the rolled up screen to reach the library's rear door, then you can open it. The screen itself is quite heavy, but that would not have been a problem for Gonta.
Yeah, Gonta's the only person who probably
no problem for Gonta.
Oh god damn it, Gonta, stop agreeing.
How honest.
So if you open the library door, the camera would take your picture.
Actually, the camera wouldn't be triggered just by opening the door.
Shuichi and Kaede's pictures were like that as well. The shutter only went off once someone set foot into the room.
Okay, so it was possible to open the library door, but where does that get us? Gonta still couldn't have gotten from the AV room to the library.
Gonta did not enter the library. He killed Rantaro while he was still in the AV room. So does that mean Gonta threw the shot put ball?
Wait! Wait, I say! Why would anyone do something so crazy like throw a... Wait! That's actually not crazy
God,
at all.
that face.
Throwing a shot put ball is totally normal.
Yeah.
Yes, the act of throwing a shot put ball could lead one to use it as a weapon.
Even if a person couldn't fit through the space, a shot put ball certainly would.
Yes, that face is the one.
Rantaro's body was across from the AV room sliding door as well. As long as the rear door of the library was open, he would have been able to hit the victim.
So,
that's quite the distance.
Right now, Gonta's looking pretty guilty.
And that shot put ball was pretty heavy.
But it's Gonta.
Did you forget already? Gonta easily picked up the heavy manhole cover. It would definitely be feasible for him to throw a shot put ball at his target.
Yep, a walking, talking Roomba can't compare to a mighty beast like Gonta.
That Roomba remark is probably not about me, as I have a variety of custodial functions.
Well, Gonta, can you throw a shot put ball from that distance?
Yes, probably.
You're too honest, Gonta. You're so cool, Gonta. You could be the ultimate shot putter.
Well, I've heard enough. Gonta's the culprit.
Wait! Gonta never hurt anyone! Not even Insect! Gonta telling truth! Gentlemen never tell lies!
Well, there you have it. What
It
do you
is kind
guys
of hard
think?
to imagine him lying about this.
I would like to believe him, but without evidence, we cannot.
Because he's being just open and honest about the fact that, yeah, he probably could have done it. So, but was there anything that would keep him from being able to hit Rantaro with the shot put at all?
So we agree, Gonta's the culprit!
Gonta not culprit! Honest!
A typical degenerate male excuse.
Rantaro's corpse and the AV room door do line up with one another. There are no obstacles in the way.
If one opened the back door of the library, one could throw a shot and strike true.
No way the average person could make that shot. But with superhuman strength like Gonta's, it's a different story.
Afterward, to close the back door to the library, he would have used the rolled-up projector screen again.
See? That's all there is to it.
Yeah, that's pretty solid, except there is one major flaw here. If you remember something from the photos, and you have to remember something from the photos, you'll remember that there was indeed an obstacle.
Gonta, not culprit! Honest!
Typical degenerate male excuse.
Rantaro's corpse and the AV room door do line up with one another. There are no obstacles. No, that's wrong! It would have been impossible for Gonta to have thrown that shot from the AV room. Because there was an obstacle between Rantaro and Gonta. Obstacle?
The moving bookcase. When Rantaro was killed, it should have been open.
Yup, that's our evidence. The bookcase door was open when he was killed.
Go.
I get it! It's in this picture. Here, look! These two pictures were taken by the camera facing the moving bookcase.
These photos were taken moments before Rantaro was killed.
The bookcase door is completely open here, and then it closes automatically. So by the time we entered the library, the door had already closed itself. Before Rantaro was killed, the bookcase door was open. Even if Gonta did throw the shot, it would have hit the bookcase instead.
I see. Well, that pretty much shuts the book on that theory, then.
Indeed it does.
If that's true, then there's no possibility that Gonta is the culprit.
What? Why are you making this so complicated? Just be the culprit already.
No.
Sorry.
That you shouldn't
I don't think you need to apologize.
That.
Yeah, that's right. A man shouldn't apologize so easily.
Especially for not being the killer.
I should be the one to apologize. I am sorry for accusing you, Gonta.
No, Gonta understand. Cause we gotta find culprit.
At least he's being very understanding
Well
about
said!
that.
For a degenerate male, you're actually pretty reasonable.
Ugh, I hate this sentimental crap.
Why's that? It's nice when everyone gets along like this.
Uh-huh.
Are you stupid or something? I can't stand people having a good time.
Daddy is too evil to feel ashamed for being evil.
Something like that.
We could learn a lot from him.
Don't mind me. I'm not actually taking notes. I'm placing bets on racehorses.
That's not acceptable in a trial environment.
I'm jonesing for a leaf. I need a raccoon tail to chase my dragon.
God damn it.
It's good that Gonta's in the clear, but don't break out the confetti just yet. We're out of suspects now. On top of that, we still don't even know how Rantaro died.
Shot put to the head.
So we only know what the weapon is? How are we supposed to find the mastermind with that?
We know the murder weapon is the shot put ball. But where did the culprit get it?
I think it was from the warehouse. I saw track and field equipment there.
Then anyone would have been able to obtain it. We need more information. What's wrong, Shuichi?
Huh? It's nothing.
Ah! How do we find this darn culprit now?
Hey, culprit! Quit hiding! Just be a man and fess up already!
We don't even know if they're a guy or not, though, right?
Quit stepping on the jokes I want to make.
Or if they're even human.
Are you referring to me?
Don't worry, you guys. We're one step closer to the truth, so don't give up. try to remember what happened. We can find more clues left by the mastermind.
Clues? What kind of clues?
Like, if Rantaro was deceived by the mastermind and went to the library, maybe somebody saw Rantaro having a suspicious conversation with someone. It would be a good idea to figure out who knew about our trap. Either way, anything you guys remember might be able to help with the case.
Yes! But are you sure the culprit is also the mastermind?
Huh? Yeah, I think so. Why?
Then what Atua just told me about how the culprit entered the library is correct!
Oh?
Huh? I didn't hear anything. Oh, that's right. Only I can hear the voice of Atua.
You're gonna get really
I will
annoying with
speak
that,
on
aren't you?
Atua's behalf, as his prophet.
Oh, you're a prophet now.
If the culprit is the mastermind, they could have entered the library while avoiding the cameras.
Are you serious? There's a way to do that?
Super
Fine
serious, brother.
intervention. Brother.
Your Atua sounds like a shady weirdo.
Little bit. Is it possible? Maybe.
Atua says I should continue explaining on his behalf. Yahahaha! Only Atua knows the truth behind this incident! The culprit was hiding in the library the whole time, before Kaede and Shuichi even placed the cameras.
Where would they have hidden?
Inside the hidden door!
So you're saying the culprit was lying in wait there?
If that's true, the suspects are those who were alone at the time of the incident.
The only ones who didn't go to the dining hall or basement are...
Kokichi and Kibo and Ryoma, right?
I knew the culprit was a male!
Yahaha! Behold Atua's divine logic!
So this should be a pretty easy one. I mean, we kind of had made a big deal out of this during the investigation.
The culprit was hiding in the library the whole time, before Kaede and Shuichi even placed the cameras.
Where would they have hidden?
Inside
the hidden door!
No, that's wrong! Wait a minute, Angie. I don't think it was possible to hide in the hidden door.
What? You dare challenge Atua?
We challenge you.
I don't think the hidden door was ever used.
So yeah, the card reader dust kind of proves that the card reader was never used the night before.
While investigating the mastermind, I placed dust on the card reader. If anyone swiped their card key, the dust would have fallen.
We already confirmed during the investigation that there was no dust on the floor. The bookcase hadn't been opened, so I doubt anyone was hiding in there.
The fog has lifted.
Oh, good. Sword showdown.
You still got a ways to go.
Huh? What do you mean?
And yes, we get challenged to a
The culprit could have been in the
duel!
library before the cameras were even set. You won't be able to prove anything with weak reasoning like that.
Rebuttal showdown time. So it's pretty much the same thing, except now we've got to cut down arguments in the way, and I still really wish they would have kept the "I will cut that claim to pieces" statement, but they did not. Yeah, now we have truth blades instead of truth bullets. So we remember this from the game number 2, so, you know. Same as always. And if you can slice the words away all at once, you get seconds added to your clock. So anyway. Bees knees. Yeah, if you can hit it, very much V agree. Or V, whatever. Focus strike to weak point, super weak point.
Even if we rule out the hidden door, the library's got no shortage of hiding spots. There's piles of books all over. Since the culprit was there before the cameras were placed, they could have been hiding there, you know? They took out Rantaro, then took off.
But if the culprit killed him and ran away, wouldn't they have been caught on camera?
Not if they went back into hiding. Right after killing Rantaro. Then, once everyone's gathered around the body, all they gotta do is act like they just ran in. Rejoin everyone and we'd be none the wiser.
So...
Not if they went back into hiding. Right after killing Rantaro. Then, once everyone's gathered around the body, all they gotta do is act like they just ran in. Rejoin none the wiser.
I'll cut your words!
Very much Japanese themed, right down to the music.
The culprit met him inside the library? That doesn't seem possible, though.
Let's hear it then. What's your reason?
If you take a look at the 3 pictures from the camera we placed near the front door, this is when Shuichi and I met up with Kaito and Tenko, and then rushed in. This one shows the other 4 people running in after they heard Tenko scream. And finally, everyone else coming in after hearing the body discovery
I don't
announcement.
know anything about Japan and cult problems they may or may not have.
You can clearly see everyone entering
I
the
do not
library
know.
in these pictures. It wouldn't make sense if there was someone hiding in the library the whole time.
Well, that does cover everyone now, doesn't it?
I don't even know how religious Japan
I guess
is.
the
just
one who still
in
has a ways to
general.
go is me.
Ah, there's the catchphrase.
Don't worry about it. It's better to think about each possibility anyway. Right, Shuichi?
What's wrong with Shuichi?
Yes.
Shuichi's been a little quiet.
So the real question is how the culprit
Yeah,
entered
Earthbound
and
had its
exited
whole
the library.
Blue Man group thing going on for a
We
while.
cannot continue until we address that problem first.
It's quite the mystery. How did the killer avoid being caught by the cameras?
Almost like they were invisible. Oh, but it wasn't me. My magic can only make you half invisible.
That's half useful.
Your upper half, to be specific.
Still only half useful.
That's kind of a half-baked invisibility spell, isn't it?
But both doors to library had hidden cameras on them.
How about the vent in the library? Maybe they came in through there.
That'd be difficult.
But Shuichi and I were on lookout in the classroom with the connecting vent.
The culprit waited until Kaede and Shuichi weren't looking, then turned invisible.
Himiko is really gung-ho about her invisible culprit theory.
Yeah, you know,
Yeah, no.
A for
There's no way
imagination
someone
there.
snuck into the library through the vent.
Yeah, it would not be possible to get through the vent because we had all the stacked books.
I get it! When I set the cameras, I also stacked some books in front of the vent. If someone did crawl in and out from the vent, the books would have collapsed. While we were investigating, they were still neatly stacked the way I placed them.
Maybe they put the books back when they left the room.
That would be quite difficult to achieve on such a narrow bookcase.
If we've ruled out the vents and doors, then how'd the culprits get in and out of the library? Maybe divine intervention?
Stop it.
Gonta no can think of any other way to enter.
Eureka! I know how the culprit got in the library. The front door!
Oh?
Have you been paying attention? The camera would have taken their picture.
Not if the culprit timed their movements around the camera intervals.
The what?
Huh? Intervals?
What is that?
Basically, the culprit knew about the cameras and their intervals. So they snuck into the library between camera shots to avoid appearing in the photos. I know. Beauty and brains. Why? It's just not fair.
Mew, what's this interval you're talking about?
Huh? Oh, now you're asking me.
Yeah.
After the shutter snaps, the camera can't take a new photo for 30 seconds. Because I redesigned the cameras to auto-roll the film instead of having to do it manually.
That's the first time I'm hearing about this. Why didn't you tell us from the start?
But I told your little beta boy toy after I gave you the remodeled cameras.
Huh.
What?
Shuichi?
I'm sorry. I guess I forgot to tell you.
How could you forget to tell me?
Kind of important there, Shuichi.
I didn't think it would affect the plan. I didn't realize it would matter. I guess I just forgot to mention it. I'm really sorry. I forgot. What a pitiful excuse.
It's not very good, no.
Yeah, that's pretty much a lie.
No, it's not a lie. He probably just forgot. There was so much going on at the time. It's only natural to forget, you know?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Let's put that aside for now and talk about the camera intervals.
Each interval lasted for 30 seconds, correct, Mew?
Yeah, sure. I'll explain it again to you mushheads. The 3 cameras that Kaidiot and Puichi placed go off when they pick up movement. From there, it takes 30 seconds for the film to auto-roll to the next photo.
So, for 30 seconds, anyone could have entered the library without their photo being taken?
That may have been enough time to kill Rantaro and exit the library.
It's definitely enough time. You just gotta move at lightning speed.
I see. Then there's no doubt the culprit made use of the camera's intervals.
That means the culprit was Mew all along, since she knew about the intervals.
Don't be an asshole! I have an alibi. Remember the dining hall?
Yep. Jeez.
Oh, yeah. Well, who else knew about the intervals?
Only one person.
Now, who was it again?
Shuichi.
Well then, does this mean that he is the culprit we have been seeking?
Shuichi.
Hey, what gives, Shuichi?
Shuichi would never do that. Right, Shuichi?
You had better speak soon. Your silence only damns you further.
God damn it,
That's
Creep
up
Master.
already! Did you kill Rantaro?
Hey, Shuichi. What's gotten into you?
Don't tell me you're gonna plead the fifth now.
Yeah, it won't work.
Oh man, this is getting good! Entertain me, peasants!
And with that, we hit intermission. Yeah. Again, being the sidekick or assistant or whatever you want to call it, being the sidekick or assistant during the first chapter in a Danganronpa game is not good for your health. It's really not good for your health. And we've kind of repeated that way, way too often. But anyway, since we are at intermission, I'm going to take a quick break because I need to refill on my drink. Also need to use the restroom myself. Hopefully I won't contract cospox while I do. And I will be right back in a minute. In the meantime, I'm going to start up some music.